I was born to a God-fearing woman, a woman who worked over 12 hours to provide for my sisters and I, a woman who put her family first aside from God. I was also born to a man with a crippling addiction to drugs and alcohol, a man who physically and sexually abused us all, a man who I could never call my dad. As a little kid, I was always super excited when the holidays rolled around. That is until I got a little older. I quickly started to realize that my holidays didn't sound like the ones my friends would tell at school. My Thanksgiving wasn't an elaborate feast. Our dinner table wasn't overflowing with chatter and laughter. My dad's spot at the table was always empty, with a rare occasion that he was there. Drunken screams and thrown objects usually followed. Pretty soon, Thanksgiving and the rest of holidays had little meaning to me.
When I was young, Thanksgiving was the event of the year. The lights, sounds, smells, rambunctious laughter, love was tangible. These were moments I felt alive. I felt most at home. I felt safe. I felt like the world was at peace and everything was perfect. This Thanksgiving is the first Thanksgiving where it will all be different. It is the first Thanksgiving spent with my parents separated. My childhood expectation that my parents would always be together is now gone. Those Thanksgivings where all of us were sitting at one table are gone. Now there will be a little more elbow room at the table. The rooms will be a little less crowded. This is the first Thanksgiving I'll have to choose.
My mom would wake up at the crack of dawn and start dancing around the kitchen. The turkey would be in the oven as she was dressing the ham. Dad would be outside firing up the grill, while my brothers would talk about their favorite new rappers and their fire mixtapes. I would beam with excitement as familiar faces would start trickling in from places as distant as Canada to Vegas. Everyone would sit in anticipation as the aroma of my mother's cooking wafted temptingly under our noses. Over the years, Mom wouldn't get up as early. Her dance around the kitchen was a little more somber. The grill would be empty. The doorbell wouldn't ring as often. Conversations were shorter. The night no longer held the same wonder as it did during my childhood. Like a vapor, it was gone. Joy slowly left, and I could see the rift growing between my parents. This past summer, my mother filed for divorce, and it might just be the last Thanksgiving we're all together.
When my mom passed, I lost both my parents. My dad's history of alcohol and substance abuse was reason enough for my family to separate us from him. To my family, it was always his fault I grew up without a mom. He was never welcomed back into the house. My siblings and I would visit him after Thanksgiving. I love him because he's my dad, but I don't really know him. Yet I still wish he were there sitting at the table. Home has become a hostile and unpleasant place to be during this day, and we tend to forget about love and thankfulness. I become consumed by nervousness as the holiday approaches because I can already feel the tension. I know who will be there and who won't.
They say time heals all wounds. I don't agree. Every wound leaves a scar. They're all over me. They remind us where we've been, and they teach us where to go. If you haven't forgiven, It's time to let them know.
With each passing year, it's easy for me to accept this as normal. But amongst the storm that surrounds my story, I hold on to the potential of restoration. My Thanksgiving may be different and it may be broken, but it's mine. And I dream that one day Thanksgiving would be a day where we can put aside the past, our differences, our mistakes, our inadequacies, that it could be about family, about love, about peace. Until that day, I'll continue to stand firm in hope that this year will be the year that we can forgive, and love and thankfulness will prevail, and finally, my family would be restored.
I will never forget the day that my mom found the courage to have my dad arrested and leave Canada with my sisters and I. With her courage came courage for myself, the courage to embrace and love Thanksgiving despite all the brokenness. I realized that I was always thankful for my mom's never wavering faith in God.
This year, I will be going back to a house plagued by thick tension, silent, solemn, and seemingly desolate. My heart will thump against my chest nervously the whole drive there, until I see my mother waiting for me in the driveway. One bone-crushing hug, multiple kisses, and "Anak ko, I've missed you so much!" Piece by piece, I'll remember why I come back. The smile on my mother's face, the warmth in her words, the safety in her embrace. This is home. This is why I will still be thankful this Thanksgiving.
I've learned from my family that even in the midst of trial, hurt, and pain, we can still be joyful. We can still be grateful. When I couldn't comprehend why are you still smiling? I knew there had to be something deeper than a holiday. It wasn't just another event on the calendar, it was where we got to be thankful for what we did have. Family. And amongst the broken relationships, amongst the tears, decisions, and failures, this Thanksgiving I will still be thankful.
I know you're lost, but it's okay. We've all got scars. You are not alone. Don't turn your back. Don't look away. I know your heart. It's time to carry on. I know your heart. It's time to carry on. I know your heart. It's time to carry on. I know your heart. It's time to carry on.